This is Blake.
Joycey.
And Andrew.
You finally didn't do the and.
I know.
You've done it every single time.
Yep.
Did you learn, or were you just trying something new?
I'm just mixing it up.
I would say it's always been and Joycey and Andrew. Yeah.
There you go.
And I've been wanting to talk to you about that because I'm like, didn't we discuss this?
Well, I feel like the last person should say and.
And, yeah.
Because I'm like,
when
well,
you
it
write
sounds
it
kind of
out.
weird if you say and Joycey Andrew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
Joycey Andrew. Joycey Andrew.
Andrew.
So we're back with another recap because it's the end of the open. Yep.
Good times.
We are discussing 25.3 and what it is, how we felt about it, what we did,
How we
would we go
felt.
back, did we like this open, and everything like that. So, Joycey, do you want to say what 25.3 is? Or Andrew, because he does have his phone.
I was looking
I know,
it
he's
up
already
just in
looking
case.
it up. He's on it.
I was going to look it up just in case
He's
you
like,
guys didn't
she's
have
gonna
it. You
call
can guess
me
first
out.
and then I can.
Yeah.
I'm all like,
and
my
then
brain's
I'll
going
correct
right
you.
now. It was 5 wall walks. I'm remembering what I did.
Good so far.
mind
That's
you.
one.
Yeah.
5 wall walks, 50 calorie row, another 5 wall walks, followed by 25 deadlifts, then another 5 wall walks, then followed by 25 cleans, another 5 wall walks, 25 snatches, wall walks, and then ending in a 50 calorie row.
Yeah.
Weights were, and mind you, I only remember RX, 155 deadlift, 85 clean, and 65 snatch.
And it was
That's it.
225 for the men,
Yep.
135,
Yep.
and 95.
Boom.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Look at that. Nice and easy.
It was compared to
That was
last
kinda
week's.
stressful.
Yeah, thanks for that. Just
Yeah.
throw me under the bus on there.
We've done so well.
And I don't make eye contact with him either. I'm like, so do you want to do it, Joycey?
Boom, aced it.
So,
That was rough.
oh,
And a 20-minute time cap.
yeah,
Andy.
20-minute time cap. What was everybody, when you saw it, what did you think? How
Huh.
far did you
I
want
was
to?
like, I knew there was a row. Well, I knew there was going
Yeah.
to be a machine, and I know we predicted that, so we're like, oh, there it is. And I think my first reality check moment was like, great wall walks. Wonderful. Not excited for that. For everything else, I was really excited because I feel like this is a CrossFit workout. We're touching like all the barbell moves, which is great. And I loved that. But I was just like, the wall walks are going to be my Achilles heel, and I just need to do my best to get through those. And then just, in my mindset, I was like, just go fast for everything else if I could. And
Yeah.
make up lost time in the wall walk. So, but yeah, I was not excited about it.
No, you
because of
weren't,
that.
because in the group text, I was like, yeah, I'm so excited for it. Because the day before Thursday, before the announcement for that Friday, they were like, oh, it got leaked. And they were like,
That's right.
it's 50 calorie row, 50 deadlifts, and 50 wall walks. And I was like, well, I really want to make it to wall walks. I can do 50 wall walks. I'd rather that be first.
That sounds fun.
And then, I mean, how many did we do?
I didn't finish them also.
I was going to say I didn't do very many.
Yeah. So, I mean, probably 25 or 20.
least.
Wish.
So I was like, well, I also said that's the stupidest workout ever, most boringest and stupidest workout.
Yeah.
Doing 50 reps monotonous.
Yeah. I was like, that's so boring, but I'm going to do it. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, I like this version better.
Yeah.
And then we watched it. And I was like, well, I hope to get to the snatches at least. Like, that'd be fine. Because rowing is my nemesis with a lot of things. And I feel it in my hamstrings and my lower back. And then to go into deadlifts, that's the same movement, just with heavy weight.
Yep.
So I was like, great. My legs are going to be on
Hamstrings
fire.
are gonna hurt.
Yeah. How did you feel when you saw it?
I mean, I was okay with it. Wall walks are not my thing. I struggle heavily with those. As far as all the other movements were great. I was like, oh, this is perfect. It fits right to my strengths. Because the weight's perfect, all that. Cardio, I don't think was going to be an issue. But yeah, wall walks for me, I'm just not there. So unfortunately, that held me back a lot. Something I got to work on. But I liked the workout. I thought it was fun. Just wish I had more wall walks. That's about it.
Ditto.
Out of all three, which workout was your guys' favorite?
I feel like that one would have been my favorite.
Yeah.
Even if I can't do wall walks, it's still like the switching everything up and having multiple weights, having multiple movements, especially with the bar and then the rower and the wall walks. I think it's measurable compared to the other ones. It's kind of just throw your weight around and then go see what you can do, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So I like the skill factor on this one.
I don't know. I really enjoyed them all, but my favorite was probably just the first one because I do love lunges and I do enjoy a good burpee workout. So
yeah, I like the last one, but I feel like you can shut your mind off, and I don't know if you can. I can't really shut my mind off
on a workout kind of thing.
Yeah, like I mean, I need to go to like another movement and be like, okay, I completed that movement. With the first workout, it wasn't bad. It just sometimes like the monotony of it and things like that, I just don't like it, and it makes me feel like I'm doing worse.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, if I just get to where I want to be and do those reps, oh look, I did better. That one you had to aim for how many reps you wanted to do, and it was just like, dear,
Yeah.
the lunges are the best part, and they're the least in here.
Yeah.
I wish I had a second hand for that one. That would be my only comment on that one. I wish I had a second arm. For that one. Doing it completely left-handed, that was rough. And then the second workout was fun too. I just, again, don't have double unders.
Yeah.
So the name of the game is fix yourself for next year, and it's double unders and wall walks. So,
well, let me know when you practice wall walks because I'll join you. I need the practice too. I was like, man, struggling so hard.
It's going to be a lot of upper body mobility in my shoulders, and I think that's going to be the bigger issue. I don't think it was really, maybe a little bit of strength wise, but a lot of it is mobility and some other stuff. So just got to work it out.
Yep, that's always my issue. Mobility.
Yeah. I really like the wall walks.
Yeah. You did pretty good in that workout.
I mean, I warmed up because Mary was taking freaking forever. I was like, hey, Emily, you want to come join us? And I mean, it's true Mary fashion. And I love working out with her. And when she asked me to do it, I absolutely loved that too. Because like I had talked about, I wanted to do it at the Friday Night Lights.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really nice. But then she was like, oh, should I be warming up those weights? I was like, we got to go up 4:30. Yeah. Like you said, 4:30.
Chop, chop.
Yeah. Simmons was, had been, well, we can, we had like talked about like who was going to be beating who and things like that. And he's always like, you should beat my score. Like if you want to prove or whatever. And so like the first two workouts I did. And then when I saw this one, I straight up was like, even Rochelle, we were there and we both were like, oh no, you will beat us. It'll just be like, how close can we get to you? And he's like, you guys are not fun. And I was like,
I think everybody conceded as soon as we saw it.
Yeah, I was like, I know my weaknesses. I'm not going to fight and be like, yeah, I'm totally going to beat you. I was like, I knew I was going to beat you on the other two. You just thought I was not going to beat you on the second one, but that's you.
That's fine.
But again, he doesn't know what I have. Like, we don't work out together that way. Like, weightlifting, and he coaches me. Like, he doesn't know, like, where my pull-ups were going to be. I didn't know where my pull-ups were going to be or my double unders were going to be. So I can see where he's like, no, I have her in that one.
Is he good at double unders? Is Coach Chris good?
No, he did singles.
No?
He did.
Gotcha.
He just
double
did
unders aren't his thing.
double.
Gotcha. Okay.
Jump and swing.
Yep.
Got it.
But with as much trash as he was talking, I for sure thought he had that.
Oh, no.
That's why I asked. I was like, well, is he good?
So him and Andrew did it at 1 on Friday.
Okay.
And he had told me, nobody's going to tell you what I got. You're not going to know what I got. And I was like, why? Like, I didn't know what you had the other rounds, but I'd like to know what you got too, because he claimed he was going to finish, like, I think like 16 or 17 minutes, which I was like, I think you can do that. Like, I can see you finishing. I thought he would finish closer to like 18 or 19, maybe like 19, 15 or something like that. Just because like I only see him lift, so I don't know his cardio aspect either.
Right.
But I do know he's taller than me, so that helps with the row. I know cleans and snatches. I know he doesn't like deadlifts, and I didn't know how he was gonna do it wall walks, except he was like, my jam is wall walks, and I was like, okay, then I can see that happening. But yeah, I guess he got a little bit like hot feelings because I had talked about him on the last episode with the judges things, which I had to keep reminding him. I did a disclaimer of, he's a great judge. He just makes me nervous.
That's it. Just nervous.
Yeah.
Just a little nervous.
And so he was like, you're not going to know, and I'm going to judge you. And remember, I like to be judged by the same person. And Maggie was like, I really want to judge you. And I was like, yeah, I'm so used to you. Mm-hmm. And we even tried. And I walked in and stretched, and Dave was there. And I was like, Dave, what did he get? He's like, no, we were sworn to secrecy. Maggie comes in. We were sworn to secrecy. And then I asked Andrew, I was like, Andrew, how did you do? And he's like, I didn't do well, or something like that. And I go, oh, not you. And he goes, well, thanks for caring about me. And then he goes in the bathroom, and I was like, or so he's like, thanks for not asking about me. Wow. And I was like, oh man, I'm a horrible friend.
I'm pretty sure the actual word is, yeah, nobody cares about my score.
That's
or something
it.
like
Yeah.
that. And then I walked away at that. I was like, yeah, nobody cares what I
I
scored.
was like, no, I was just
He was already feeling some type
Yes.
of way, and you just rubbed some salt on it.
And I looked
I
at
didn't care.
Maggie, and Maggie's like, he's in a mood. And I go, yeah, but I feel horrible.
No, I didn't care.
Yeah.
I knew where I was going to be with this workout. So
Yeah, but then I did meet you again. I was like, I'm sorry, but what did he get? He's like, I'm not telling you.
yeah, I'm like, he did okay.
And then he's like, no, I'm judging you. And he gave me all the pointers. Like, he will do that. And he knows me as an athlete now. I feel like a lot better than a couple years ago when I did CrossFit programming with him and stuff like that. And he kind of knows what I need. But again, I told him, I go, I just feel really nervous. And it was before we started. And again, back to Mary, like, she was taking forever. She goes, I haven't even warmed up a wall walk. And I was like, let me warm up another wall walk. Let me do this. And I looked at him and I was like, I need to go. Like, I'm getting cold.
Chop.
And he was like, we're starting in 10. And she was still getting like her wrist things on. And
That's right. She like ran to the start,
Yeah.
like, oh my God. Okay.
and then we got there, and when I got on the rower, and then she gets on the rower, and Amanda had to walk away from her because she's like, Mary keeps talking and asking where Blake's at and what is going on. I had to tell her to stop talking to me.
Run your own race.
Yeah, but it was really fun. There was a point in it where Dave came over and he was helping and everybody was helping, but all of a sudden I'm doing a wall walk and it was going into my snatches. All I hear is 40 seconds, Emily, back up the bar. And I was like, oh man, there's only 40 seconds left and I haven't even made it to snatches. Yeah, he got the time wrong.
Oh, that's right. You told me about that.
Yeah, and I was like, oh man, I gotta go. And Emily's like,
Hey, it helped.
she's like, I did several in a row thinking that I only had 40 seconds left. And I go, this is what happens. This is what I don't like.
It's happened before.
But
Yeah.
who did it? Was that David that
It
said
was
the wrong
Dave,
time?
and it was in a
It
video
happens.
too.
It happens
And
to
Maggie was
everyone.
like, Dad, they have 5 minutes left.
That's a big chunk of time.
It happens. Sometimes when you look up at the timer too, like you can't see it sometimes, so you're like,
Like the
oh,
angle.
that, yeah. So you're like, oh, that's probably that time.
That's
Or
rough.
you get used to like other time ones. I've done it in class too, and where I'm like, oh, you guys have 3 minutes left.
Just
yeah.
kidding.
But it was really nice doing that. It was nice of him to coach me and go through, and he pushed me and he told me everything. And even at the end, like hearing everybody screaming and yelling, it was very, very nice. I even went into the closet and cried, and Emily hugged me, and she's not our hugger friend. And she's like, I've had to learn how to hug because of you.
Aw.
And
She's trying.
yeah. And I was like, it's just so nice because like I miss being a part of that. I miss getting yelled at to do better or do things because those people know that I can. Or when you do that, you hear everybody cheering for you. You're like, you have to keep going. But I mean, the last 10 wall walks, I felt like I was going to throw up.
Yeah.
So, and I was, Chris was like, yeah, your arms are not at failure. And I really wanted to be like, I know they're not the ones that are tired. It's just, I feel like I'm going to throw up with every movement.
Yeah. It was-
Yeah. And I did want to tell him, like, at the snatches, like, bro, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to make it back to the rower. And he's like, don't you want to beat me? And I was like, no, I'm good. I knew that I wasn't going to beat you.
That was, yeah.
Which I didn't. He's like, I beat you by 10. And I was like, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Just knowing it was that close, though.
It is, which is
That's
nice.
that's not bad.
Yeah, because I was like, that's
not bad
fine.
at
But then
all.
Trisha blew me out of the water.
Yeah, Trisha killed that one.
She just came out, boom, 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 and I was like, whoa.
And I
Not super surprised on that though.
pretty-
Trisha's
it's pretty
really
badass.
good
Oh,
gymnastically.
She
She
is,
is.
and she's just like I was telling you about, like Joycey shutting her mind off
Yeah.
or things like that. I feel like she can.
Oh, yeah.
And she has those movements, but I don't know if you guys saw her clean. Like her first 3 cleans were just muscle. Like she straight stood it up and did a
wow.
curl. And I had to I was judging her daughter who was in front of her, and I had to straight up be like, you need to jump, use your legs. And then she got tired. And for like a split second, I was like, well, if I cheer for her, she's going to beat me. I'm going to cheer for her.
Oh yeah.
I'd rather her beat me.
Yeah. Did you get that video that I sent you of
Yes.
Roderick, where he's like, I think he's like at the start of 23.1, and he's like, yeah, keep going. He's like, when they're about to beat you, and then you're like,
Maggie sent me the same one.
That's so funny.
And I was like, yeah,
So relatable.
that is me. But like, Andrew, can you like shut your brain off with those types of workouts?
No.
Yeah.
No, I think too much. And then when the pain hits me, I'm like, I don't know if I really want to push
That
this
much, yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
Sometimes I can. Competition wise, I can.
Yeah.
If I'm doing something competitively, and I know I'm in it, yeah, I can shut down and just do it. But just depends on what we're doing.
Yeah. I feel like if I'm in a group with a competition, I have to, like, it just happens. You have, if everybody else is pushing, you need to push too.
Yep.
But I feel like you can just do it.
Yeah, I think it's the endurance runner in me.
Yeah. And I'm like, this is messed up. I really don't want to do this. I can, I mean, I like running, I can slow down and be like, well, you're going to complete a mile at least.
Right.
Sure.
But there are those talks where I'm like, you should just turn around. I mean, nobody's here.
Right.
At least you ran. Yeah,
you're
good
here.
job. So then my running slows down, but I do complete something.
See, I feel like I'm in the middle ground of that.
Yeah.
Where I used to be that way, and now I'm like, oh, I can still do this. I can hold on to it. But yeah, I'm kind of in the middle ground.
Yeah.
I don't shut all the way down. So
That's
I
so
also
funny.
really like sprints. If you
I
can
love
give me like a
sprints.
minute of sprint, I can do whatever you want in a minute. So
That's what I
was
don't like.
I like 8 minutes or less.
Yeah.
10 minutes is kind of pushing it, but I do like 8 minutes, 5 minutes, and if it's 2 movements and you with low reps,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh yeah, and you need me to get 13 rounds. All right,
sure.
I'm fine with that.
Like spurs of quick time, just like
Yeah, I like those types of workouts.
I know we did our Saturday workout with the wall balls and then biking. And yeah, that same thing. It was like, oh, I can bike for 45 seconds at max speed. Sure. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
So
sounds horrible.
How did you guys
it
feel
wasn't too bad.
during the workout, or how was your experience?
She's looking at Joycey, so I wasn't going to answer.
Oh, I can't. I couldn't tell. For me, I don't know, man. Like Andrew said, for me, I was just thinking about the wall walks the whole time. Everything else felt so good to me. Like I was like, yeah, getting through it. And then every time I get to the wall, I was just like, oh damn. Like I know I'm at least gonna take 3 minutes, like to knock it out or 2. And it was just a matter of like, don't waste every single rep. Just be patient with it. But I mean, yeah, I was struggling so much and in so much pain in those wall walks. Like, and then I'd get to the point where I'm like really close to the line, and I just like get in shock, and I'm like, I can't move anymore.
Yeah.
Or I try to make that little move, and I'm just, if I do, I'm gone. So it was really rough. That for me was just pain.
Yeah. I've got like 98% done with hitting that wall probably 12 times during that workout. Yeah. So to go all the way up to the line and just not miss it by literally a quarter of an inch and then fall over like at least 7 times, and I probably went up on the wall at least 12 extra times. So
Gosh.
it's just a lot wasted.
And then it's defeating mentally too, like you said. Like I think I got 1 no rep, and at some point I didn't touch the line, and it gets frustrating, and then you're just like, I just wasted all that energy for that no rep, and it was a lot, I guess. As
It is, because if you're looking at all the movements and you're like, but I can do everything.
Right.
And it's just this little part, and that's in my way. And like, even when I look at people who do double under so easily or bar muscle ups, you know, which you guys have that I don't. And when you look at it, like when I've seen you, when you've been fatigued, hit a bar muscle up, or you're under hard fatigue doing double under, I'm like, those things look so easy. Let me try. And then I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
That is not like that bar seems so far away right now.
Yes.
So yeah, when you have that and then you have movements and weights that you are like looking forward to, I can see that.
It is, but at the same time, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
You have to
Exactly.
get through what the wall walks, for instance, before you can get to what you like to do. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, a 225 deadlift for me, I mean, that's like 50% of my deadlift. So I was like, oh, that'll be no problem.
Yeah.
And it wasn't any issue. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
It's good times.
I'm sorry, Andrew.
Yeah, it's fine. I still had fun. Still had a good time with it.
Yeah.
Just no wall walks.
Yeah. Like Andrew said, just something I definitely need to work on this year.
Yep.
For sure. For sure.
It is. It's a big
It's for,
Yep.
right?
To
It's like to
test
figure
you.
out those things and find out what you need to work for. So I figured that out really quickly in this last workout. But it was a lot of fun, and it was great to see other people be able to get things done that, like, you know, you never saw them do before. And
Yeah.
so I think it was a really cool open for that this year.
Those are
I
the
think-
things that I miss.
Yeah, and I think most of our gym did a lot of RX movements and workouts this year. Typically, we'll see a whole bunch of scaled, but there was a lot of gym members doing the actual RX this year, which was really cool to
Yeah.
see. So
And
Right.
usually, like, if Chris knows, like, people are close, he'll have them try, or he'll just be like, why wouldn't you? Things like that, or even have them try it in front of him. Because a lot of people on that last Friday Night Lights were like, wow, he just wants everybody to do it. And I was like, yeah, that's usually him. Like, he does it for all the workouts, especially if he sees certain people. I go, but it's usually like the last workout or a workout where he's like, so many people are close to it that he just makes them try.
Yep.
You know, and that's a really good for an owner to do. Somebody who a lot of our nighttime people don't see, you know, and seeing him in a different light. So when the open comes around, I really enjoy it to see our members see him in a different way. Because there just shows to him being morning, or the one who sits there and not just sits there, but is lifting, maybe doesn't smile all the time. Like we all get put into different lights. Like morning just probably thinks that I'm just like la 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 la.
Oh, you go to the evening class? That's where the crazy people
Yeah, sometimes.
But it's nice to have our members also see all three owners.
Yeah.
And how they push each other and push everyone, and the events that they put on. So I really, really love the open, and the gym and our gym that puts it on does amazing. And I felt like this last Friday, like more people were there.
Yeah, it was packed.
And then the first one, I wasn't there for the second one, but it was really cool to see everybody.
Had a good time. I don't think we asked you, how did you feel about it with the workout?
I did. I explained my whole story about how much I loved it.
Okay, cool.
I really, really, really loved workout, but I really enjoyed this open because last year I couldn't.
That's right. Yeah.
Barely do things. Like I could barely do chest to bar.
That's right.
You know, because of my back, and pull-ups were very hard, and
even the burpees I remember were really hard last
were
year.
very, very hard. And I didn't have double unders. You know, low expectations of myself. From someone.
Such yourself.
So there was a lot of things that I was also scared because I haven't done CrossFit in a while.
Yeah, you've been weightlifting.
I've just been
for some time.
weightlifting.
Yep.
So it was the first workout. I was like, oh, I can do that. That is very manageable work.
Yeah. Just move.
Yeah. And I felt good on my burpees and everything. But the second one, I was a little bit like hesitant of, because then it's like pull-ups, and I'm like, this workout I just absolutely loved.
Yeah.
Yeah, but compared to last year, it was just better, and I felt better about myself that I am doing weightlifting, but I'm also doing great, and I'm not like the last workout that we did, which Chris Simmons told me not to push myself hard during. Just do the open, but don't push yourself hard. And he was the one who pushed me hard.
I was honestly surprised he let you do the open because it's, you know.
So many people. So many people say that. He actually asked, or not asked, he said in our group chat to all the weightlifting girls, if you want to do the open, you can. I was the only one who said that.
You're like, yay!
Yeah, and then he's like, nah, I'm good.
All of them were like, no, thank you, will help. Or
I'm surprised Ginger wouldn't have been down.
No, because she just started weightlifting. You know, like that's not
Ginger. We miss you.
Yeah.
CrossFit is kind of counterproductive to weightlifting.
Yeah,
that's what I heard.
And especially for like just starting weightlifting and doing that. Like if I had just started, it would have been very, very sad. But I probably wouldn't have done it because it's like, well, what am I focusing on? But a lot of people kept saying that. We're surprised he let you do it. Well, I already said before he said we could, I was like, yeah, I'm really going to miss that. And it's like one thing that I really enjoyed and I loved doing it. And for me to judge it and not be in it. And then I know people would ask me, so did you do the workout? Are you doing the workout? Like, that's very hard for me. Yeah. But it's also, and weightlifting has taught me to be okay. Like, nah, I'm not gonna do it this year. Like, and when I injured my back, it also taught me to be like putting those up. Like, no, maybe next year, maybe this. Like,
just part of the experience, I guess, as an athlete, learning how to be like gracious with injuries.
But he does the open every year, so also he would have known that I would have been like, but you do the open.
I didn't even think about that.
He was just being very nice, which I am very thankful for.
But it's also very telling of all the progress you've made too in weightlifting. So.
Yeah, I told Trisha, I was like, just think if I wasn't weightlifting.
True.
I could have done worse. No.
Or you would have been broken. It's possible.
Yeah.
That's true. Facts.
But weightlifting has helped me in so many things.
Yeah.
So, and just shows that it does help also to translate into CrossFit as well.
Yeah.
Which is very nice. But
wins.
Yeah. Last year was different for you. You got to go into quarterfinals. They're not having that. How do you feel about that?
I feel okay. I feel like, I mean, again, when I heard that 1%, I was like, there's no way I'm going to make the 1%. So whatever. But I think this open compared to last open, the last opens I've done, I think the strongest I felt than I've before. So I felt like I was able to get very far in a lot of the workouts. And then I already knew kind of going in what I wasn't going to be good at. So I feel like I've really progressed a lot from where I started. And it's just felt really good. I think it's my second time I've done the workouts RX. So I was kind of like more ready for it. So it was a good year. But again, there's definitely things I feel like I need to work on for
Which is, again, what?
Part of the open, yeah.
How do you feel about this year with the open, Andrew?
It's good. I feel like last year was... To be honest, I don't even remember too much of last year, but I'm continuing to get better and better at most of the movements that we do as far as open and working out goes. So I'm keep going down or up the rankings, I guess. So as long as I keep that progress going, I'll be happy. And, hopefully next year it'll be a little bit better than this year. So.
Yeah. Did you guys see, on a side note, Colton Mertens doing the workout?
Oh yeah, I saw his first two. I haven't seen the last one yet.
I haven't either.
Oh my gosh.
Why? Did he demolish?
Oh, yeah, sure.
He finished it in like 9 minutes.
What?
Yeah. Bro's a monster.
His like wall walks were literally like down, up, down, up. Like they were like saying his, in one of the things I was looking at on Instagram, like his girlfriend was like the pit crew that you had to go really fast to change the weights.
Oh wow.
Because he'd be done. Time. Yeah.
Jeez.
And I was like, oh my God, yeah, there's nobody there to help her.
Poor thing.
Yeah. And he was just like welling on everything. And he didn't even look tired.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, no. Yeah. Not surprised at all.
I was like 9 minutes and I don't know if it was
not
9 minutes and something, but I was like, huh.
That's insane. So he beat the guy that did the show, right? The 25.3.
Oh,
I think he might have beat him then.
Usually I feel like when people do those, the CrossFit Open announcements, like
they're not top scorers.
They're not top scorers, and most of them redo it.
Yeah, sometimes. That's
you
true.
know, because they're just out there. Yeah, and you just hear what it is. Sorry, I keep
Nope, you're good. Go ahead. You're saying what I was thinking.
Yeah.
You know, they just heard it right then and there. Their coaches can only spit out as much. They only know that. Yeah.
Yep.
And then to kind of get around like what is going to be no rep, what is going to be this, like you get very antsy, or I do.
Yeah.
They probably don't.
True.
But yeah, he has crushed it. I don't know on the ladies' side. I know there's been a lot more with like the second workout. I didn't see as much of Hiller reviews as the first one. And there's been a lot of call outs for this one as well with the wall walks, because people would move their hands before both of their feet were on the wall.
Yeah, that's usually the most common, I feel.
And I had to no rep people with
I
that.
got one of those, yeah.
I've had to say that to people. Like, I just feel like if you're going to video a lot of things, you have to be prepared to know your stuff or have thick skin to
criticism on the judging. Yeah.
So I'm just like,
y'all had a tough job this year.
I mean, I think Hiller's going to have a video out tomorrow, probably, of all the stuff. And there's going to be some pretty egregious ones, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't like him that much.
Right.
But at least he is out there calling them out, which is good. Because it needs, because I feel like even sometimes like the higher ups don't. And I'm like, that's the whole point of this. And that's the whole point of the open, for us to keep also the members at a standards.
Yeah.
You know? And I know some people get upset, like, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that. Can't you just do? No. And you should be holding yourself to a standard, and you should be pushing yourself. And I'm going to push you this far. You should be pushing yourself even more. And if you hold yourself to that standard, then I feel like you have less percentage of getting hurt.
Yeah.
At times with certain movements and being aware.
I think it's something to be said, like during your typical classes as well, asking what your movement standards are. As coaches, of course, we know, and we try to instruct it as much as possible. But if you're feeling like you're not doing something, like for instance, a thruster, do you think you're getting below parallel? Are you hitting where you're supposed to hit? I think it's something like take into classes the same way of being like, oh, am I doing the movements correctly, or am I kind of skirting the line?
Yeah.
That's something I think we do pretty well at King and CrossFit. Of course, we scale for what's needed, but a lot of us do try to do the movements as accurately as possible. So.
Yeah. I feel like that's also really good. Like when I was warming up for the second workout, my knee has been swollen because I have an overreactive quad thing that just, but I was asking your wife, Maggie, like, I don't know how my squat's going to look because of it. And can you tell me so I can also practice different stances if any of these stances are having me go below parallel? And so it's also nice to have other members be a lookout for that. And yeah, I agree with you that Kingman CrossFit is very great with that. Yep. But
yeah, that's true.
what are you guys looking forward to for the rest of the season? Anything? Do you feel like the 1% is even fair, or?
I don't know if it's fair, but it's going to be fun to see that. I mean, I feel it's just a way for them to kind of narrow it down much faster, but I'm still excited to see who makes it and the whole season this year. But for me, I guess in terms of the rest of the season, I do have Festivus coming up, so I just need to prep for that. And I'm trying to take care of my left knee right now because it's been acting up a little bit. So just trying to be safe with that and prep for that. And then, I don't know, I'm open to doing more competitions. I would love to do another partner one later this year, maybe if there's more out there. So I don't know, just looking for more opportunities to do it. So if anyone wants to go in on a comp, let me know.
Yeah, the semifinal thing's kind of interesting. Kind of a weird call on CrossFit for not trying to get more people into it. I feel like that's a great way to, I mean, I know it's more responsibility, but also, I mean, the amount of people you have in your semifinals is just more money towards you, towards CrossFit, to where you can spread CrossFit for other things. So just kind of weird to limit it to just 1%. Like, it just doesn't really make sense to me.
Yeah, I was like, what did that drive all of these members who are in between the pro status and then the RX athlete at their gym?
Yeah, and I understand, like, you have to have people that can review videos and people have to take the time to do videos, but also it's just kind of weird. I don't feel like it would be that hard to take videos and review them and give penalties for what needs to be done for the amount of money that you're going to get for people actually signing up for those semifinals. It's just kind of funky. Yeah,
because like, couldn't they do what they did last year with the judges course, where there's a beefier one to do for whatchamacallit, the
For the video reviews?
yeah.
I don't remember. I didn't look that up as far as last year's goes, but yeah, I mean, most of them, I mean, I really don't think it'd be that hard to find.
Yeah, I really
even level 2s or level 1s that would be paid to do that. I don't think it would be that hard to find people like that.
Yeah, because they're even saying that like for that one you can hold it for like 3 years or whatnot. Yeah. So I didn't look at the price, but like, is it that I think should be more advertised for like people like us who are coaches, and that we can do that at home. But it is then they would have to pay, I guess. Yeah.
I mean, you could do pay, but you could also even throw that into like CEUs.
That would be really good if you do 5 videos or something.
Something like that. I mean, you could. There's ways to do certain things, but I don't know. Just real funky to kind of throw away profit for no reason.
Yeah.
So drastically too, from 25 to 1.
I was like, we just had that last year because I was going to see how long they were going to have that for quarterfinals. I'm like, and then you just take it away. Yeah. But we do know, like, the article came out a couple weeks ago that, you know, CrossFit is back up for sale and things like that, which we knew, like, partnerships and contracts do, you know, have a time limit. So it's also was that a future plan of like, hey, that partnership, we're not re-upping it. So is that going to affect this?
Right.
Maybe.
You know,
I mean, they did downscale the age groups as well, and moving that away from the CrossFit Games at the same time. So I don't know, just kind of weird movements, but I don't know. Hopefully it works out.
Yeah, see,
it's going to be an interesting year.
Yeah, I hope it's not like for nothing.
Yeah.
You know,
we'll see.
Yeah. Total random tangent. I don't know if you saw the post that Tia Toomey did like a world record, like High Rocks event or something, and got like a crazy time. And I was just like, okay, girls going out there and doing her thing. But I was like, that's impressive. So we'll see. It seems like a lot of athletes are exploring different venues too. I'm noticing.
Then is she not going to do CrossFit?
I don't know. I have no idea. I need to look.
I haven't seen her name except for the first one when she did Horrible on.
Well, you saw that she
has to have done the workouts, right?
I don't know. So. But as far as that first workout, I actually found out they did a video where she gave her partner some time in between, which, of course, if you give anybody time, you're not going to have a great workout. As far as time
it was
goes.
like Head Start or something.
Yeah,
and
like
then
a 3-minute Head Start or something like that. Yeah.
And then, so I don't know if she's like switching gears of, I guess this is my just for fun year, or like a protest of some sort, like the athletes who didn't. So it'll be fun to find out who even makes it to the CrossFit Games and how that happens, because I'm like, how am I going to be watching these things? Is that going to change too?
Yeah, again, an interesting year. We'll see what happens, but it's a whole lot of change and a whole lot of different. So we shall see.
Yep. On to the next Open for 2026.
That is right.
And I cannot wait.
365 days.
Counting
Here
down
we go.
those days.
Who knows where we're going to be by then.
You guys are going to be killing it on wall walks and double unders.
That's right. That is right.
There won't be any wall walks.
Yeah, never mind.
Don't say that.
There's handstand walks now.
I mean, I wouldn't complain if there weren't any
wall walks. And there's crossovers.
Now it's just handstand walks.
That would be great.
My arm does not get across my body long enough.
I barely jump rope, so that'll be great.
But Blake has her double under, so.
Oh yeah, that you saw. I'm so glad.
I did see.
Yeah, and the surpriseness, even though I had told you that whole week.
Jaw was on the flow.
She didn't believe me.
I did not. I did not. I owned up to it. I said it. I did not believe it.
Every time
that I was
you're
surprised.
like, yeah, but you don't have them. And
didn't
I was
that feel
like,
good that you surprised me? You were like, yeah, that's right, eat it.
I didn't. I told you it shouldn't have been surprised.
Well, I was. I really was.
Yes, because you didn't have any faith in your friend.
Now I do.
Sure. Andrew's like, all right, guys.
He's like,
we only talked about this for like 10 minutes the other time. No big deal.
She's not over it.
clearly still
You're
some
the one
hurt
who brought it
here.
up with the double unders.
I said, I believe in
weren't
you.
you proud of your double unders?
Yeah, I believed.
Were you proud of my double unders?
Yeah.
I was proud of all your open workouts.
Oh, thank you. Because I beat you in the last one. No.
You did. You did. I think even the second one.
The second one, no. You beat me in times because you beat me in tiebreak times because you're so freaking fast on your double unders.
Yeah, double unders.
Yeah, that helped me. Yeah, that's my one thing that I have down.
Do you guys tie in a score?
Yeah, we did.
And score wise, like she got 156, I got 156.
Because I couldn't get the
So I
muscle.
looked at her tie break times. Blew me out of
Okay,
the
you guys
water.
both got
Yeah.
muscle ups.
Yeah.
That must be nice.
He's not over here.
We're all mad about
kidding
the open.
on, kidding
No, we all still have feelings. I still
You
have
shut
feelings
up about
it.
your double unders. You saw me.
Yeah.
I've told you about my shoulder and everything and how much his open was. You shut up over there.
But see, this is the realness of the open. We still have feelings about it.
Oh yeah, all the
Yeah.
time.
I do too.
But Joycey's number one in the gym.
There you go.
Right?
Worked hard
Good.
for that, though. Worked hard. Pretty proud of that.
What are you ranking? He's like,
I don't know.
Why do you
Why'd
have to
you
do
bring
that?
it up?
Middle of the pack. I mean, I was able to do all the workouts
See?
RX, so
Yeah.
middle of the pack, something like that. I don't remember.
Really worked hard for sure.
But-
Yeah.
But let's see.
Again, for me, mine's more of going against myself, and I
'cause
am
did you
still
RX?
increasing.
Did you RX all of them last year? You don't
I did.
remember?
I did actually.
Yeah.
Number 7.
Yeah. Not
Ooh,
bad.
top 10.
So,
Heck yeah, top 10.
but yeah, I mean, I look at the worldwide rank more than anything, and as long as I see that continuing to go down, then
yeah.
I'm happy. Like I was almost 110,000 last year, and then now I'm in the 85,000 for the worldwide. So,
So it'll be an interesting year this year. We'll see how it goes. But overall, it was very exciting times. And shout out to Terry and the whole family, because I saw her do really good this year in her open. And it was great to see her and record everything for them. It was proud of you guys.
Yeah. I think it was a really good open for different reasons.
Hey, that
different
programming's
things.
working. A lot of people are showing a lot of growth.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
yeah, I think that's the big point, and the takeaway is like a lot of our gym members are showing growth, and like I said earlier, a lot of them are doing the RX workouts.
True.
So it's been good. It's cool. I like seeing the gym grow and get stronger as we go on and keep training. So that's the main goal.
Yeah, and thanks, coaches, for leading the way.
Yeah, no problem. One day I'll be as good as Andrew.
I won't take any of that, but okay. Whatever you say.
I still want to take a class.
You should jump
Like,
in
I
one day.
can't wait to take
Come
a
to a
class.
Saturday class.
I cannot take a
I
class.
feel like you're gonna get all this anticipation for taking this class, and then you're gonna get in there and try to annoy me, and it's not gonna be effective at all.
I am very annoying.
I mean, it's fine, but also it's not gonna bother me.
It's gonna be.
It's
prepped.
not for that. I want to see what everybody thinks. What the whole
I mean,
hubbub
apparently they
is.
tell you so.
Yeah,
Doesn't
they
really
just make me feel bad about my own self.
He's gonna be prepared.
But thanks for joining us again for this 25.3 and the open recap. And let us know how you guys felt about this open, what was great, what was different, and how you felt about the last workout.
Yeah,
Yeah, and just keep showing up as well. Keep showing up. Keep getting stronger.
that's right.
So signing off, this is Blake.
And Joycey.
Did it
All right,
again.
you do it. I wasn't ready.
All right, this is Ann Blake.
Joycey.
This is Blake.
Joycey.
And Andrew.
Bye.
Later.
Signing off.